Good morning. Yes, I'm back. I want to say firstly a huge thank you to all of you people who wished me well, send me healing, send me your love. I want to say that I am so grateful for this journey, and to have you on it just makes it so much easier and so much more beautiful. So thank you for all your kind words. I'm not really sure whether I'm about to get some sort of bug or whether it was a result of the COVID shock. All I know was that it just made me feel very sort of low for a few days. It wasn't that there was any pain or I felt really bad. It was just this overwhelming tiredness and nausea. I'm back on board. I'm okay. We'll see how I go in the next couple of days. I'd still rather have that than have COVID, I can tell you. A couple of things I want to bring up this morning, and I'm not one that usually talks very much about my personal life, but I, like many of you, have been trying to work out what this limiting belief is that Spirit keeps sort of waving in front of us and not really letting us know, because it's not time for us to know. Last night I had this huge dream and this major epiphany. In the dream, I was asked to be the special guest at this dinner. And in the dream, I was trying to work out why they would ask me to be a special guest, because I kept thinking I'm nothing special. I'm not really anything that you would want. And it was just so obvious, and the dream had gone on like that. And when I woke this morning, I had this biggest epiphany, and it had a lot to do with my childhood. So just briefly, I was raised by a very overt narcissist, a man who would beat, would punch, would pull my hair. My mother, I always thought it was my father's fault. It wasn't really my father, it was my stepfather. But I didn't learn that until I was 48. My mother was a very, what we call a covert narcissist. So she'd always told me how to behave, how to do things the way I should have done them. And what came to me after I woke up this morning was her voice saying to me, "You shouldn't be so big-headed about yourself. Who do you think you are?" And that may sound very simple, but in the last few weeks, I have started to understand that people bully really badly, no matter where you are. So I get bullied on here by people writing emails to me. I get bullied on the dating sites by guys who say that I shouldn't be asking for what I want. And it hit me a couple of days ago how we seem to attract those people to reassure us that we are broken or somewhat not complete. So this morning I woke up and I put a couple of videos on. I haven't watched much of YouTube of late. I've been selective in watching what I've been watching because of some of those reasons, because I've been working on myself and I wanted to understand what this limiting belief was. And I put on a reader called Blatherby who does pick a card readings, and I picked a card and she started to talk about her own upbringing. And Spirit has a way of working like this. It doesn't matter which way I look at it. The reminders around me, the reminders of trying to get out there dating again and only attracting people who are codependent or narcissistic. But it put me out there, and I started to realise when this Blatherby was talking that I'm not the only person who's undergoing this at the moment. So the reason I'm sharing is not because I want your sympathy, absolutely not. I never need your sympathy. What I want you to do is understand that somewhere deep inside of you, you have this same energy, and Spirit is trying to get you to see it. So limiting beliefs can be just not believing in yourself. And even though you may do a lot of work, sometimes you're just not ready to really hear it at a deep level. So all I heard this morning was the voice in my ear that I'd heard as a child. And I realised how small I've made myself because of the shame and the guilt around trying to promote oneself or be what you want to be. And I've even encountered it with friends along the way who've tried to make me feel less than I am and called themselves friends. So I haven't spoken to my family for a few years now, because of the way that they perceived my need to find my natural father, because that was shame and guilt on my mother that I went looking for my natural father. So there's been some pretty tough things along the way. But this morning I saw it all. I saw it all in blazing glory, and being invited in this dream to sit and talk as a special guest really blew me away, because it brought it all home. So if you're wondering how to get spirit to talk to you, if you're not listening, they will bring it through in your dreams. So I hope, and I think I will talk more about this on my coaching channel. I guess there's some shame and guilt around the fact that you've been treated the way you have, even though you know deep down it's not your fault. But I know that this will help a lot of people, because Blatherby helped me this morning, so I want to thank her. And if you haven't watched her pick a card, she's, along with ESO Tarot, they're the only sort of pick a card readings I watch. Both of those girls are amazing. All right, I'm going to get into your reading. We're going to use the Witch's Tarot for your reading this morning. You have the Star. Oh my goodness, that's just amazing to get that out to start with. Okay, the Star is a card that talks about faith and trust, and it also talks about healing. The reason that the Star comes up is because it's showing you that you have a destiny that you need to follow. It's showing you that in order to reach your destiny, faith and healing have to be done. And having trust in the universe, because your wishes are in front of you, they're ready to come through, and this card sort of just pretty much cements that for you. What it's saying to you is that you have a greater destiny, keep going where you're going, and you are heading for this star. And for some of you, this will be about being a star. It can talk about, you know, finally shining in a much bigger way than what you have before. The Four of Cups is here, and the Four of Cups is a card about dissatisfaction and boredom. I feel like here, for many of you, perhaps things have got a bit mundane, perhaps life's been a bit blur. We're all still in lockdown. We heard yesterday another 2 weeks. We're currently sort of pulling about 100 cases a day, which is huge. And this is the Delta variant. And now they have this Lambda variant that's starting to approach us too, which again is going to be pretty tough to get through. So we're back on lockdown, and I know for some people they're really finding this very, very difficult. When the Four of Cups comes around, it's like receiving an offer where it's not really something you want to take, and maybe some of us are experiencing this in the current energy, but it can be a card about boredom. And I look at this and I think help is on its way. The Page of Wands is a message coming through, something, I always think this is like shout it to the sky, something very exciting coming your way, that's going to help you relieve the boredom and put you back on some sort of energetic healing or some sort of path. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking lately about receiving messages with light codes and things from above, and I guess we don't always talk about those. We sort of see things mostly with the tarot readings in the 3D. So it could be that you're receiving messages from spirit, messages from above, some sort of uplifting of your energy here, but something here is coming towards you. It's communication. You're getting some sort of communication here. Now, the Eight of Wands is about communication across the airways. So it's the communication that comes from emails, letters. It could be that some of you are receiving something here that's going to help you take a leap of faith, or going to help you to move into the next phase of your journey. Whoever's sending this message to you here has been guided with that star. So something is about to fall in place, especially with that Four of Cups there, that's going to help you see forward, going to put you back on your path, going to head you in the right direction. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here, but I feel like somebody's coming towards you very slowly. For some of you, this may be notification about a job. It could be notification about money, but it can certainly be notification about something very tangible that's going to help you move forward. Oh, wow. Or, or it's going to rock your socks off. There is some sort of notification coming through here that is going to be, and it definitely does not feel anything bad here. What it feels like to me is that whatever sort of notification you're getting here is going to help you sort of strip back and start again, especially with that Fool card. So maybe you've been building something on a very faulty foundation, and the universe is helping you by moving you forward. Okay, karma. Oh, I feel a sense of relief myself here. I feel like you've completed some sort of cycle that's taken some time and caused some distress. For some of you, this could be in the form of a love offer that you've been waiting for. Okay, really interesting. Let's get into it. Something's coming your way here that's going to help you see things differently. It's going to help you see your life differently. And we have the Hierophant, or the High Priest as it's called in this deck, coming through. I look at this and I feel like you're getting the key to something. The universe is giving you the key to the kingdom. You're getting some sort of answer here because you're opening a new door. You're moving into a new time. Somebody here is giving you a great opportunity. For some of you, this could be somebody who is in a position of power, or somebody that you've given your power to, I want to say. It's like somebody's giving you something back here. All right, let's have a look and see where we're going with this. Whoops. Right, excuse me while I just... blow my nose. Okay. So we have the High Priest here, being followed by the Ace of Wands, being followed by the King of Swords. Somebody's got some sort of communication they're delivering you here that's going to bring you a great deal of happiness. Wow. Okay. I feel like you're getting some sort of information here. This King of Swords says to me, for some of you, we've got money and the King of Swords here, I feel that for some of you, you may have a new financial start. There may be some sort of financial settlement, some sort of completion in a divorce proceeding, or completion in some sort of legal proceeding here. For some of you, you may have been waiting for some time with this. But there's certainly a feeling here that you are receiving some sort of money here, some sort of ending, some sort of completion. And with that Karma card, I'd say to you, if you've been waiting on something, you may get news in the next few days, few weeks, in regards to something being closed out or finalized. For some of you, this could be to do with work as well. You may have a pending work order. But whatever this is, it's giving you a beautiful new start here with the Ace of Wands and the Sun card. I feel like something is opening up for you here for sure. There's a lot of sun here. But I feel like somehow or another you're being given some sort of opening or some sort of new start here with the keys. The High Priestess definitely signifies that it's coming in a way that's going to help you rebuild that stability because of the Tower. So for some of you, you may already be in the throes of all this. Wow, and then I have the Empress with the High Priest. That's very powerful energy here. For some of you, you may have some sort of news coming through in regards to pregnancy. There could have been, with this King of Swords, some sort of medical intervention here that's going to help you fall pregnant because of the new star and the sun. So I feel like there's a child being created here as well. That's beautiful energy. All right, we have the Queen of Wands. Look at you go with the Hermit card. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is it's sort of like something is taking you into a new phase, into a new energy that you haven't been in before. You are birthing something new here, regardless of whether that is a human child or whether it is something you're birthing within yourself. Some sort of level of creativity is coming to the surface here. And the universe is saying to you here, I see the Hermit with the light on the Queen of Wands, and I feel like you're about to bring yourself to the forefront here. So something is freeing you up here in terms of either financially being secure again, releasing something from your past that has kept you held back with that karmic energy. All right, let's just grab a... Oh, we have the King of Wands here as well. So for some of you, it's a union. Yeah, look at that. For some of you, it's a union coming together. All right, and we have the Five of Swords. I need to clarify that. I love the way Spirit always gives me the card that needs clarifying right at the end there. The Two of Cups had appeared there, I'd have been happy with that. Five of Swords, sort of a funny energy to get on top of that. So something here needs to be resolved before this can move forward. I do feel though with the Two of Cups here that there is some sort of, maybe you're coming to some sort of agreement in a partnership as well that's going to help you. Somebody may be offering you a new partnership here, because I see you looking at this Two of Cups, looking over it to see whether it really is going to serve you going forward. There may be a contract to be signed here, because there's definitely a legal energy here. For others of you, this could mean somebody has been through something legal and is ready to make a new start here. And I feel like you may be being offered love here with this Two of Cups, possibly marriage with the Hierophant. Some of you have completed a marriage. Some of you are being offered a new start. You could be dealing with a Leo, Sag or Aries here. I have a lot of Leo in this reading, so I just want to note that. But there is also Taurus, air signs. Taurus and Virgo both represented here, with Libra and Taurus again. So there is a lot of energy here. A lot of energy. Let's get some clarification. So we have you moving towards some sort of destiny here. I feel like you've perhaps been dissatisfied or felt that you weren't going in the right direction, and there's news coming through here via some sort of written, I feel, information. And it's going to allow you to have a new start. Now, I feel for some of you this may be money, but it could be for some of you a long-term commitment. But with the Tower here, I feel like there is something here completing with the Tower and the Karma card. Judgment always talks about rebirth, and the Tower talks about crashing things down and starting again. And so there's sort of this energy here that you are leaving something behind to create something new. And I feel like some of you, it may be finally having a love offer. Because I do see you looking out to, yeah, you're moving away from things and looking out towards the future here. I strongly feel for some of you, though, this is an actual physical pregnancy. I feel like there's somebody here who's had some sort of IVF treatment or some sort of treatment here. I feel like you and your partner are ecstatic here. There's a brand new start and there's a child on the way. For others of you, this could be overlooking or legally looking over some sort of contract and deciding whether to move forward with something. Why is the Five of Swords here then? Because it looks all clear. High Priestess coming through. For some of you, this is something to do with the decision around being single. Okay, so some of you may be here with the High Priestess. It doesn't feel like you're actually walking away from somebody. What it feels like is that you're making a decision to walk in a new direction with the Nine of Pentacles. There's a decision here to walk in a new direction. You're leaving something behind here. The Five of Swords for me is always about sort of packing up your kit bag and moving in a different direction. So with the High Priestess, I feel like there's been some sort of realization that perhaps you've been walking in the wrong direction. Perhaps you've been focusing on something that wasn't right for you. Perhaps you're starting to understand that with the Two of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles, I'm going to clarify with the Seven of Pentacles, rightio. So for some of you here, you may be accepting something new here and going in a totally new direction. So it may be that you're accepting some sort of partnership, a job. Maybe with the finances here, you're able to do what you haven't been able to do before. The Six of Swords jumping out on me there. So you're moving away from something that's kept you restricted for a very long time. And moving in a whole new direction here. And I feel like it's sort of like this is what the Tower for me is representing. It's like you're leaving behind an old version of yourself here. You're trusting your intuition, moving in a new direction. With that Seven of Pentacles there, I feel like you've absolutely decided that it's the right way to go. I don't think I want one of those. I think I want one of these. Oh my goodness gracious. What came straight out of the deck. I love it when they do that. Just awesome, because I've got the curse coming through. And I feel like this is what you're lifting here. So, you know, when people talk about curses and things, and I think, you know, we see those old-fashioned movies and we don't realise that we've perhaps accepted something as being part of who we are rather than what it is. And I feel like that's why the curse is coming through. You're lifting something here. Whether it's legally, whether it's having a baby, some sort of karmic cycle you are lifting in order to bring something new through. And you're letting go of some sort of past energy that's kept you in place. I'm not really sure, because it will be different for all of you. Okay. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. Thank you, Spirit. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. It is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honour the players in their stories, forgive everyone and everything, and craft a new course for yourself. And that's what I see you doing here. I see you trusting now and making some sort of decision to move in a direction that's right for you. For some of you, this will be love. For some of you, this is having children. For others of you, it is closing out a period in your life that's been very painful here. Perhaps a divorce. But whatever's happening here, you're rebirthing something beautiful and new and just starting all over again. Releasing your past and moving through it. How very apt. All right, have a great day.